Okay guys, week 3, class stretching number 1. It looks like this. Today we're going to do a little bit of a partner stretch. Now if you don't have a partner, we'll talk about what to do with that in a minute. But it looks like this. She's going to lay down. She's going to put one leg out like this. The other partner's going to step on the pant leg. She's going to hold her leg. And from here, she's just going to push her out till she's at max stretch. So we're here, and what we want to do is we want this leg to be at maximum stretch. And once it is, we're going to start the clock. We're going to hold it for about 30 seconds. So the idea, Sunshine is just going to be laying there, relaxed. She's taking big, deep breaths in through her nose, out through her mouth. Maisie's not going to force the knee or do anything weird. She's just going to kind of keep this straight up and down angle. We're targeting the hamstring muscles, just like this, and she's going to keep going for that 30 seconds. So she's there, she's breathing, she's holding it. Now in 30 seconds, when I tell her to do it, she's going to push just a little bit more. As we're here, the leg is relaxing. And as the tendons are starting to relax, she should be able to increase that range. So it's not a literal inch. In class, we always say 1 more inch. But it's not a literal inch, it's just how much more can she increase in that time. Sunshine can tell her to stop. She's here, and again, she's just gonna hold it. Now we're coming up on our last inch, so she's there, and again, you'll notice at this point, I don't know if you guys remember, but in the beginning her foot was about here. Now she's increased all of this. What this does, what the advantage of this is we're tiring out the tendon. There's 2 main ways to stretch, right? Number 1, we can tire out the tendon so it just stops resisting and it just opens up. Number 2, we can be so hot and warm that everything's just a little stretchy. So in this case, we're functioning on exhausting that tendon so that we can stretch safely. When we're doing it, we never want to force anything. We don't want to feel any sharp pains or anything like that. Now, when she lets go, she's going to bend her knee back, what she's doing now. She's going to push her knee into her chest, just kind of calm like that. She's going to bring it out straight, and then she's going to bring it back in one more time before she lets it go. Just like that. Now we're going to do the same thing with the other leg. So she's here like this, and again, she's going to start at max stretch. I'm going to start the clock once Sunshine gives the okay that she's at the max stretch. So there she is. Now we're starting at 30 seconds. And again, notice where she is now versus where we're going to end up, right? She doesn't want to put a lot of pressure on this, and Sunshine shouldn't be resisting. She should just be letting that leg go as loose and relaxed as possible. Okay. For those of you guys that don't know, one of the common things with flexibility is that your body is wired to keep everything close together, right? When everything is tight, everything is close together, your body feels safe. When it's spread open like this, that's very dangerous, at least for the body from a survival standpoint. Obviously in modern day, we're using it for fitness. Go ahead, 1 more inch. So she's there. So what we're trying to do is we're doing this slow and easy to give the brain time to tell the muscles that it's okay, and that's where they become to loosen up, and that's where they start stretching. If you think about it, babies, when babies are newborn, they have a lot of flexibility. That's because they haven't lived enough to have any instinctual fear yet, right? They're still just kind of, everything's cool, everything's relaxed, everything's funny. That's part of how they learn. So we got to get back to that for our tendons if we're going to maintain flexibility. She's going to do it again. So here's that last inch. And again, think about it. The foot was about here. Now it's moved significant. That's like 6 inches there. That's huge improvement, right? Whether the knee is bent or not doesn't matter so much yet, although eventually as we get more and more flexible, we want that to straighten out. But again, we're not going to do that in one time. So here in about 10 seconds, we're going to let it go. And again, she's going to bend the knee first, then bring it out, then bend it again. That just helps the muscles come back to a normal position safely. So she's here, and go ahead. So she bends the knee, she brings it back out, she brings it in again, 1 more time, just like that, and there. So now go ahead and help your partner up. That's the partner variation. Okay guys, so we talked about this stretch. What do we do if we don't have a partner? So what she's gonna do is she's gonna bring a towel. Now it could be a towel, it could be a rope. Some people like using their belts, although I figured I worked really hard for my belt, so I wanna make sure I take care of it, which is why I don't like to use that. But you can use anything as a wrapping device. She's gonna lay down, she's gonna pick up the leg that she wants to do, and she's gonna put either on her foot or behind her foot this way. Now, for the other leg, ordinarily we have someone kind of holding this down or putting this way. If you don't have that and you're still struggling with flexibility, you can put your foot flat. This position isn't going to change it a lot, but it's going to keep it from moving. So we're just kind of using the floor here this way or straight if you can hold it, but varying flexibilities, this is going to be a little bit easier. So once she has that, she's going to start pulling slowly until she feels that she's at maximum stretch. And she's gonna hold it there for herself. And again, it's that same thing. When she's at max stretch, she can grab a stopwatch like I've done here, or she can just count in her head. Why don't you go ahead and count out loud for the Maisie so they have an idea. now she's going to start pulling that other inch. And again, you can see a huge increase because her leg has had time to relax. Those tendons have time to figure out, okay, we're not in any danger. We can start pulling again. So once again, now that she's at max stretch, she's just going to start counting for 30 seconds. And then the last one again, so she's really pulling in. Again, we've got a nice big increase. Again, you want the stretch. You want this to feel tight. You want this to feel pulled. If you've been doing the exercises, you even want to be a little sore. That's okay. What you don't want is sudden sharp pains, throbbing pains, things like this we don't want. We definitely want some tightness, that's okay, and obviously when we're going even further, that's good too. We want to hold these positions, calm, relaxed breathing. She's about 15 seconds in, so she's going to keep counting. And she can use the towel, she can slide it down to her knee and do the same thing she's done before. She bends, pulls it in, lets it go back out, she brings it back in again, so on and so forth. And then of course she'll do the same thing with the other leg. It looks a little bit like this, although we won't demonstrate the whole thing all the way through because there's no need. You know what to do. We're here. This time she decided to wrap around the foot. That's okay, although keep in mind, the more flexible you get, it could just slip right off of there, which is why I like to do it here. So she's there, she holds 30 seconds for that first position, Hana-do all the way to 30, she pulls a little more, Hana-do said, you guys get the idea, all the way to 30, the last one. When she gets to the end, it's the same thing, she'll bring the towel down to her knee, she'll bend it in, so she can get that pulling into her chest, brings it back out, one more time, and that's our stretch.